Right, this is the 1911-16. I will now officially accuse both the Clinton administration and surroundings of media and stuff, and the Danish relation in 2011-12 for conducting off attack on my apartment, kidnapping my boy, and covering over massive industrial espionage in entertainment, design, and architecture, and first degree of kidnapping in the previous past of time, right? Then in the 2012 until now, 16 ongoing, they have been examined the case using methods of drugs and torture. They have also used the boy as a kind of hostage in the case where some of the written thing is fraud, the court cases were fraud, and the restraint on telephone, mobile, and post is also isolation torture. They have also spread out rumors that I was unworthy to have a job, unworthy to trust. Even I have 3 degree of education, BA in design and pedagogic. I have diplomatic outstanding results in Northern Ireland peace process in Cold War in DDR and also in ex-Yugoslavia and saving lots of civil and military personnel. Then you could say that some of the letters that is mostly upsetting concerning Alex's picture where he looks hurt. His dentist, he's been beaten 4 teeth out. He has been tortured in his, as the text work says, that he's been restrained and put in a room alone, and that he's been left there sounding like an animal. This were written down by Esbjerg Commune, or I would rather say it's written down by police or defense intelligence. And these papers seem to be normally procedure of a premature parent seeking a parentless boy detained, and then they isolated him for since 2012 to 16 if he's where he should be. Then they isolated him so much that he didn't he was not allowed to go to sport or visit me or the dad. So they actually planned to put him into a kind of professional football career. So the only thing he could do was play football. He's also together with relatives from me that acted as the opposite, acted as enemies. And they are related to media, TV, film, music, bully, and royalty and data robbery. And they're also into design and architecture. And right now we're trying to investigate how many of these kids in those surroundings carry the right ID, how many have been abused. So this is a claim against Denmark. It's not the first time I made an EU claim for failure on protection of diplomacy earlier on, unpaid diplomacy, and also unpaid refunds of data robbery, science investigation, and stuff like that. That goes way over my head, but I'm a subject to, get some good ideas for industrial or science or political advice, but still I'm buried in being non-rights, right? So I'm actually accusing Denmark now for extended torture, extended failure in justice system or crimes in justice system, almost like mafia methods, and going running up to the Clinton agreement with the Danish government in 2011-12. So actually, we are going now from seeing the USA dealing with the Clintons kind of syndicate and her attacks on internal diplomacy and security to try and ask Denmark why they are playing the cards as nothing had happened in the Clinton case. We also know that Denmark expected Clinton to win this election. They were so sure they were almost shocked the days after. So they actually had a part in thinking that she would win, and they also had a part in the export of TV, film, design, ballet, books, magazine, fashion, and so on. So they actually had a deal under the table about promoting this, right? So actually, we think that the Clinton seemed to have been their, you could say, gateway to United States of all of these issues, and also the links to the Hollywood and the California seems to be pretty tight with the administration of Clinton, and therefore maybe also direct or indirectly with the European. Now, this kind of torture where you are isolated in a departed place and actually spread of rumors where you can't get work, where all social network is broken down around you, where you are not safe in your home, where I have two dogs here. If I go away 2 hours, I can be sure they're not the same dogs than when I come home, right? So they're hitting at all that I like. Some of this is, you could say, commercial, professional stalking. Some is harassment, some is bully, and some is plain fucking torture, right? No matter if the orders were given long ago from an agreement illegally now on the USA ground and illegally in Denmark also, from the Clinton and some of her friends in Denmark, or it's a kind of a push up from the bottom of this case, the commercial abuse and pedophilia rings and so on, still have the same result, right? So I actually appeal that I want to have my boy back from Esbjerg Commune, or should I say the government, because all of the government, the Venstre and the Socialist Party knows about the case. They're well informed about the case. They don't care about corruption in court, police, and also the attempt to save the child Dennis, the German kidnapped boy, in pre-time where they also made a justice murder by having the lawyers and the courtship in their pockets with police. They're covering up crimes, they're covering up torture, and they seem to have no regard about moral or truth. So actually, if I had, was supposed to protect my investment, right? That is not possible in Denmark. To protect justice, not possible. To, you could say, get the legal help I need, I can't get it. So, that's the situation.